Hey everybody, I hope you're doing great. I'm doing psychic wisdom and energy healing in a mini session for one of my patrons. The goals are completely open, so we're gonna go as guided, highest good kind of message. So stick around if you're interested in finding out what Spirit Realm has to share. Oftentimes messages for a client could be useful for you too. I want to thank you so much. This is to the patron. So wonderful to have you as part of my community. So wonderful to have the opportunity to support you today. Thank you for sharing with us here on YouTube as well. I'm going to read your goals out loud. Before I do that, for those watching, join my Patreon community. This month of April 2024, I am doing 6 live stream events where you have an opportunity to receive a mini session from me, psychic wisdom and energy healing to help you with anything. There's 6 live stream events, so that's 6 opportunities to get a session with me. Also, I do psychic development on the Love and Light tier, so if you want to learn how to do journeys, come to the Love and Light tier and hang out with me. I teach how to do journeys and then you get to practice. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to put a link in the description if that sounds like something you're interested in. I'd love to have your company on my Patreon community. So, okay, in saying all that, I'm going to read your goals. I'm going to get in the zone here. We're going to see what comes up. So you say, I like to share your message in case it also resonates for someone else. Just general guidance. Permission to tap into my energy and receive any messages for me. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. All right. I love the open door experience. Anything goes, right? Ooh, what could it be? All right, closing my eyes. Just gonna get in the zone here. We'll see what the universe would like to share with you today. Okay, this is how it begins. I hear the song, Down in Fraggle Rock. I hear that playing in the background, okay? So like a kid's show from way back in the 80s. I can't remember. It seemed like a Muppet show. I think it was a Muppet show. I think they also had a cartoon spin-off of it. It's a long time ago. It's like this vague memory, and now it's playing in the background of my head. All the while, I see this picture, okay? I'm kind of in a cave-like setting, and I'm moving towards what is a giant egg. And this is a giant egg. It's like 10 feet tall. It's a big egg. And the color of it is like a brownish color. It's not very smooth. It's glowing brown. It's not like matte finish brown. It's kind of sparkly, actually. So I'm making my way towards this egg, and I feel very Muppety, like, I'm like making my way like a Muppet towards this egg, okay? And the cool thing about eggs is they represent the birthing of something new, okay? A new sense of self, a new job, a new way of seeing things. This is a big deal, okay? This is no small egg. This is a big egg. And it's unusual looking. It does not look like a bird's egg. Like when I look at it, I think of something more majestic, like a dragon's egg. Okay, so there's something a little more serious here. Okay, so in a Muppet world, it's easier going, right? So when Muppets have problems, they're soft and adorable and silly, and their problems are relatable, and they usually work together to solve it, and there's some songs in there, and it feels good, okay? In a Muppet world, problems are good feeling things. They're not horrifying things, even if they're difficult problems. So there's something here as we get closer to this big deal egg, the birthing of something new. It's time to let go of that Muppet comfort and time to enter into the cold, harsh reality of human life, okay? It's like, when I enter into the cold, harsh reality of human life, I feel like I'm being consumed, like by a giant sort of face in the sky that's just like hungry, and it chose me, and then it's swallowing me whole. Excuse me. I also feel this like presence of icy weather. Like I have to brave the -40, and I don't have enough layers in order to survive these cold temperatures. So there's this sense that life is harsh, and I don't always have what I need in order to face a harsh life. And something of the Muppet world is more comforting, where it's time to face a cold, harsh reality. And you're actually stronger to face cold, harsh reality with all reality than to try to, I don't know, cushion the blow, I suppose. It's almost like we got to feel the roughness here. We got to feel something here. All right, so the longer I look at this egg, the more pretty it gets, okay? So there's like a bronze sort of metallic swirled into like a golden metallic, swirled into black metallic. It's kind of cool looking. And it's bumpy, like it's not smooth. It's just got these, like, it's smooth raised parts, okay? So I can rub my hand across, it's like, oh, it's got texture, you know? Wait, where are you at? Okay, I see that you're kind of off in the distance here, so I'm just bringing your consciousness down to the ground, the cold, harsh reality with me, so then we can face this big egg without Fraggle Rock with us, okay? So there's something very lighthearted, innocent, inner child, a softer way of working through problems, but the energy is saying cold, harsh reality is better. It's going to help. It's going to make it better, okay? Whether we understand it yet or not, they're saying this is a better material to work with. It's really ingrained in earth reality, okay? And the hardships that we can overcome, so they're not hard anymore, you know, because we grow. So, oh my gosh. Yeah, so I have you just place your hand on the egg, because we can't know what's truly inside the egg until we touch it. And I can touch it and I can do all the work here, but there's something of you taking a step, you getting to know yourself in this big new way. And there's something very uncomfortable about that, which, you know, that happens when there's birthing of big new things. We don't really know, maybe we don't know how to manage it. We don't know who we are through it. Maybe we have to grow a bunch in order to handle it. Could be a lot of big question marks, not a lot of answers. So there could be something of a major discomfort about it, but this isn't just discomfort. This is like, it's hurting me. Okay. This is like, this big egg is actually hurting you. So when you touch it, you have this reaction like you're screaming and you're in agonizing pain. Okay. But the energy is saying you're not in pain, literally. And I actually put my hand over your hand just to help you. And I breathe with you and I say, no, you're not in pain. And you're crying now. And this gets you right into the heart, like getting electrocuted in the heart. You just need a little bit of support, because you're gonna have to face this. You're gonna have to do something here of a step. Okay, I'm supposed to talk about, so when there's pain outside of ourself that then comes inside of ourself, you have to learn how to breathe through it in some ways. It's like a labor pain, and they tell a mother that's giving birth, you know, to breathe through it. Don't clench, you know, don't resist. Like, breathe through it and let this happen. No matter how painful it gets, breathe through and let this happen, you know? And so you don't want to wince, and you don't want to avoid, and you don't want to run away. And because what we're doing is we're tuning our heartstrings to whatever this is, and then reconciling our relationship with it. And so we become the harmony that then harmonizes our relationship with the pain, so then there isn't any pain. And so patience with yourself, fully embrace. My helping hand's always there. You know, if it can't be there physically, it's there energetically. Just ask. My higher self will always be there to help. Anybody that you work with in the energy world, always there to help, okay? So I help you stand back up again, and something shifts inside, and you desperately want to see, you actually want to take an adventure. That's very quick. quick shift from agonizing pain. No, you're not in pain. Crying quite a lot, like weeping, finding your feet again, standing up and saying, you know, this isn't so bad. Now, suddenly, I'm starving for an adventure. I'm starving for life. And I started to see a door kind of appear on the outside of the egg, like literally rectangular shaped. And then the door opens. Okay. You see this horrible, gross death ooze, okay, comes out the door. And it's awful. You start to cry, like, is my adventure going to be a morbid thing? And I tell you again that that's just the pain doing the talking here. You're going to have to outsmart this one, because the truth is it's not a death ooze. It's just perceived in that way. So just be patient and know that when you look at it and you don't run away from the disappointment of what it initially appears to be, it will change, okay? And it's starting to, it does turn into blood, and then it turns into water. And I noticed that this egg starts to become quite an interesting, looks like an Epcot Center style crystal. It's like an oval shaped crystal that's carved like the Epcot Center. And you step inside. There's nothing of death in here, but there's something of travel, because it starts to look like a spaceship. And there's room for you here in this crystal spaceship. And it seems to me that your heart and your mind, your spirit is blasting off into something new. And it's going to require a little bit of facing the discomfort, being patient with yourself, and knowing that there are helping hands, whether it's in the physical world, but definitely in the energy world, always helping hands for you to acclimate and let go of whatever the pain is you're neutralizing, because you want to experience this cool adventure in the real world. Because if it's in the Fraggle Rock world, it's not going to be as cool as if you braved the harsh Earth world, found the Epcot Center spaceship, and blasted off into outer space as the birth of some new adventure for you. So yeah. All right, so that's what I've got. Oh man, I could stay in there for a while and just see all the nooks and crannies of what comes forward next. That was a lot of fun, so thank you. And thank you again for sharing, because I guarantee there's people listening in that are going to be nodding and saying, wow, I needed to hear this too. So you've helped them. You've given a gift to me. We're all blessed today. Thank you. And again, those watching, if you'd like to know more about Patreon, a link will be in the description. You can also book a session at my website, abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. Link will be in the description. I wish you all a beautiful day. Bye for now.